Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today's going to be another walkthrough video of a trade I completed yesterday, Wednesday the 17th of April, where we managed to get a winner of over $4,300. So I'm going to break it down now. So starting off with the daily time frame, you can see that we've had a bearish break of structure. Following a break of structure, I anticipate that we will see a retracement at some point into a zone of interest. So one zone of interest I had highlighted at the start was this daily order block. Also, sorry about my voice, I have got a cold still coming down with it a little bit, so apologies for that, but thought I'd get this out there anyway. So with this in mind, I figured we might be retracing to this area, but overall we are bearish and there's no reason price can't continue to the downside for a bit first before seeing that retracement into here. So knowing this, I've got that in mind, but overall I'm going to be looking for shorts. So we move on to the 4-hour time frame, and if we zoom out, I've got a bit of a large swing structure here, because this would have been a bullish boss here for me, and then that was the previous low and we broke that. Okay, some of you might disagree, but that's how I see it. And then if we zoom in slightly more, we can see that we then created an internal break of structure to the downside, leaving this bullish candle here as a sort of order block for me, not a fair value gap. That would be a 4-hour order block, like so. And at the moment you can see we are respecting it. We're starting to see a bit of a reaction to the downside. This was where I was at the time, and so I thought, okay, I will look for sells from here, because since having the internal break of structure, yes, price isn't in the applicable premium discount, but that doesn't matter to me on high time frames. If the internal and swing structure is saying both bearish and it's saying that again on the daily, then I'm happy to look for shorts, because at the end of the day, we're only intraday traders through this method, so catching a small move in the markets is doable. So from here I drop to the 1-hour time frame and analyze this. So this is what I would class as a bearish break of structure. So if I just bring this over here, you can see on the hourly we broke above the 4-hour order block, but that doesn't matter. As long as we didn't do it on the 4-hour, then that's fine. It's still being respected somewhat at the moment, and you can see we do have some imbalance here, so this can be targeted for any shorts. We are also within premium pricing now, so even if we were to go to the upside, I anticipate at least to sort of come to this area here, maybe a little bit lower. So I'm happy to look for shorts still here. So on the 15-minute, you can see we're bullish. So at this point in time, obviously the 15 minutes saying, you know, to look for longs, but we've got the higher time frame narrative of looking for shorts because of their short bias. And if we look, you can see the red line here. It's an indicator I use, and it basically shows the previous daily high and low. So the red line indicates the previous daily high, and you can see liquidity is being swept. And once we have that full body close above, we see a pretty quick reversal. Only one candle, but that can sometimes signal that it's not a strong enough of a close for now. So previous daily highs is always good for some liquidity grabs. So simply what I do here is either we see a full body close below here, or when I drop to the 5-minute time frame, I want to just see at least the 5-minute flip, because here we are also bullish at the moment. Now, as you can see here though, we get that 5-minute bearish break of structure here, and if we go from the high to the low, we want to be looking to enter around the 0.5 region or higher. So we look for a potential entry point. So there's a fair value gap here. If you just zoom in on that, you can see here that's a fair value gap. We do also have this one here, but it has been mitigated before and broken above, so I do think that this may get run, but I'm not sure 100% that the price will come this high. If you see this point here, we do have to draw a bit deeper into the premium region, which doesn't always happen, which is why as long as the zone interacts with the 0.5 region, I'm happy to enter from there. But because this has already been broken and it was after a test that it was broken, I dropped to the 2-minute time frame and look to see if we can see anything else, which we do have this 2-minute fair value gap here. It has been mitigated previously, as we can see. There's equal highs resting above it, so more reason for price to be drawn back up into this zone. And as well, when we interacted, we saw a nice drop off, arguably caused the 5-minute breaker structure, and it's still been respected. So I'm going to highlight this as our entry zone, and this is exactly how I did it for the trade live. Now, just as a reminder, I also do only enter during the New York kill zone. Okay, so I'm happy for price to come up into this area and set a sell limit. So what I do is I'll go back to the 5-minute time frame, because that is the breaker structure that I'm keen on the most. So if we place the sell limit here, our stop loss theoretically 1 pip above, which is 18 pips. To account for spreads, I always add an extra pip as well. But on the trading view, I keep that as the reference for our target. Recently, I've been going for about 2.05 because each trade I've been taking recently, I'm on about, I don't know, the past 7 trades, 6 of them have won, and they've all hit way over 2.05. It's just a couple that have hit like 2.2. So 2.05 safe to me. And when we go for a 19 pip stop loss to incorporate spreads, it's not far off 2R anyway, so you know that's always good to go with. So I've set this sell limit, I sent it out to the group. So as you can see on the screen now, this was the signal I sent in to the chat. It was probably at this point in time that I sent it through. I had this sort of bullish candle which said to me that price may begin to reverse now, and that the sell limit is good to be placed. So if we play price forward, you can see it took quite a while, bit corrective, which is what you like to see. Then we get a bit of an impulse and it takes us into the markets and tags us in at around 9:10 New York Eastern time, which in the UK time where I live, British summer time, that is about 2:10. Okay, so at this point we're tagged in. Now it's just a case of letting the markets do its thing. We had news at 5 p.m. Which was major news release for the pound. So we were a few hours before this, which is fine. I don't mind entering around 30 minutes before, 30 minutes after most major news events. This one was a major one, but it wasn't, CPI or NFP, anything like that. So this was fine for me to enter, and we'll play price forward now. We get this sort of change of characters to the downside, price retracing slightly, but very correctively, which means, we're likely to see another drop. And if you look here, we're building some liquidity there as well, which is encouraging price to move to the downside once more. Play price forward, we get that drive down, the grab of liquidity, which causes this retracement, and then we continue back down towards our target. Coming up to news release now. At this point, I'm actually just playing a 5-a-side game of football, and I get a notification just before our halfway break that sounds very American, our halftime break, that this has hit TP. So I'm like wanting to really check my phone, because I know when major news are released, spreads do increase, and I was a bit concerned that we might have hit the target, but because of spreads we might not have been taken out. And by the time I get to my phone, some major news events can cause this massive drop like we see, and then it could just shove right back up. Maybe not that extreme with a news event like this, but you get the picture. I could have lost out on maybe 1% profit, but when I got to my phone, luckily we had hit the 2% profit. And I'll show you a screen grab of the profit now, which is after commissions just under £3,500, which is over $4,300. And again, I sent this through to the Telegram. If you want to join, the link is in the description. It's completely free for the rest of this month, and there's opportunity for it to be free for yourself next month, as long as you get in this month. So that was pretty much the trade. Just a quick video because I'm not feeling too great. But yeah, I hope this made sense and that you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, subscribe, and please drop a like. If you subscribe, you'll be able to stay up to date with all my new and upcoming videos. I'm currently developing a course, and I'm trying to release weekly videos as well. But anyway, I'm just beginning to waffle now, so I hope you enjoyed this video and you took something from it. Don't forget to drop a like if you did, and I'll see you in the next video.